Sox fans, this is your Sox Machine White Sox wake-up call for Thursday, May the 4th, 2023. Happy Star Wars Day. That'll be $5 extra, Josh. I'm Bennett Carroll. In the middle of a three-game series, the Chicago White Sox won their third straight game, defeating the Minnesota Twins 6-4. Dylan Cease got the start for the White Sox and had a strong first, going 1-2-3 with a strikeout. Bottom one, and Tim Anderson led off with a walk. Yeah, really. After a pair of outs, Eloy Jimenez singled to center to put runners on the corners. Luis Robert steps in and after making contact, jogs to first. Again with the jogging? I think you'll be okay with it this time. The contact he made was a home run to dead center field to make it 3-0 Sox. Top two and another strikeout for Cease with a walk for good measure too. Bottom two and the Sox go 1-2-3 against Twins starter Louie Varland. The third is where the game really kicks off. Willie Castro led off with a single. After a strikeout and a flyout, Jorge Polanco singled to right as well to put runners on the corners for Carlos Correa. But they wouldn't stay there long as Correa smoked a double down the left field line to drive both runners in and make it 3-2 Sox. Not to be outdone, Byron Buxton followed him and crushed a ball off the wall in center for a double of his own to tie the game at 3. Cease was able to avoid further damage by striking out Trevor Larnach. Bottom three, and Tim Anderson singles for his first hit since April 8th. A nearly month-long IL stint helped with that, of course. Anderson would advance to second on a wild pitch, but no further, as the Sox would go down. Top four, and with one out, Nick Gordon finds a low slider he likes and drives it into the bullpen in right to make it 4-3 Twins. Ryan Jeffers took a 2-out walk and advanced to second on a pass ball before Max Kepler walked as well. Jorge Polanco steps in with 2 on and 2 out, and the first pitch he saw was in the dirt, and Jeffers chugs for third. Should have taken a closer look though, as this time Grandal had a perfect block on the ball and fired to third. Jeffers was called out, but the Twins challenged the play. Upon review, call was upheld and the Sox escaped. Bottom four, and Gavin Sheets and Yasmani Grandal each singled with 1 out. Elvis Andrus took a 2-out walk to load the bases for Tim Anderson. Anderson singled to right, easily driving in Sheets, and wait, is that right? Yasmani Grandal came charging in too? What is this, Chariots of Fire is running so slow? Obviously he was out, but the run counts and the game is tied 4-4. To the fifth, where Byron Buxton walks and steals second around a pair of strikeouts for Cease. And bottom five, Andrew Vaughn singles, but Andrew Benintendi before and Eloy Jimenez and Luis Robert after all strike out. Top six, and Aaron Bummer is in for Dylan Cease. The final line on Cease, 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 4 walks, and 6 strikeouts. His ERA on the year now sits at 4.58. Bummer gets a ground out, a strikeout, and a walk, and honestly, that might be his best appearance of the year. Gregory Santos comes in, and Yasmani Grandal immediately catches Willie Castro trying to steal second to get the out. To the seventh, though, and it gets a little scary for Santos. He gave up 3 straight singles to Ryan Jeffers, Max Kepler, and Jorge Polanco to load the bases for Carlos Correa. No way. Correa is not going to do this again, is he? Correa grounds the ball into the hole, and Tim Anderson comes up with it and fires home to get the out, keeping the bases loaded and the game tied. Byron Buxton up next, and he grounds it right to Santos, who again fires it home to get the runner and keep the score tied. Trevor Larnach is up with 2 outs and the bases loaded and strikes out to end the inning. Sox escape with the tie intact. Bottom seventh, though, and the Sox get to work. Tim Anderson leads off with a single to right, but was then picked off by Griffin Jacks. Then Andrew Benintendi drops a bunt down the third baseline and gets on with a single. That'll make the old-timers happy. Andrew Vaughn follows that with a walk to put 2 on for Eloy Jimenez, who finds a line drive to put the ball into left and bring Benintendi around to score to make it 5-4. After a quiet top 8, Yasmani Grandal opens the bottom of the inning with a single to right. And after seeing him running earlier, running in quotation marks, Pedro Grifol decides to replace the slowest man alive with the fastest man alive, bringing Billy Hamilton in to pinch run. What's that you say? Billy Hamilton isn't the fastest man alive? Well, after a sacrifice bunt moved him to second, Hamilton went from second to home on an infield ground out from Elvis Andrus. He got 180 feet on a ball that never left the dirt and came around to score to make it 6-4 Sox. Keenan Middleton was in for the 9th to try and get the save, and he got Ryan Jeffers and Max Kepler to strike out before walking Jorge Polanco. Uh-oh, is this going to be an issue? Carlos Correa was up, and he strikes out. Sox win 6-4. It is the Sox' 3rd straight win of the year, and they win their 1st series of the year by taking a 2nd straight game from the Twins. Some notes from the box score. Tim Anderson went 3 for 4 in his 2nd game back from the IL. He also drew a walk. Yasmani Grandal was also 3 for 4, and Eloy Jimenez had 2 hits. The White Sox improve to 10-21 on the season, while the Twins now sit at 17-14. Today, the Sox look for their first sweep of the year as Lucas Giolito takes on Pedro Lopez starting at 1:10 p.m. Central Time. In other news, Liam Hendriks will begin a rehab assignment with Charlotte this weekend. Pedro Grifol said he will likely have 4 or 5 appearances before the Sox determine if he's ready to go. In the minors, the Knights defeated the Gwinnett Stripers 6-3 in 10 innings. A wild pitch, a walk, and a fielder's choice brought in the go-ahead runs in the 10th. It's the minors for a reason, folks. Oscar Colas was 2 for 4, while Lenyn Sosa was 3 for 4 with a double. Jesse Schultens threw 6 shutout innings as a starter, giving up 3 hits, walking 2, and striking out 4. The Barons fell 7-1 to the Chattanooga Lookouts. Luis Mieses hit a solo home run for the only scoring for Birmingham. Moises Castillo doubled, and Jose Rodriguez and Yoelqui Cespedes each had a single. Garrett Davila got the start and looked strong, but faltered in the 5th, finishing with 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, and 4 strikeouts. The Dash took a lead early, blew it late, but snuck out with a late run to beat the Greensboro Grasshoppers 7-6. DJ Gladney went 2 for 3 with a home run and a double with 3 RBIs. Wilfred Veras also had a double and scored a run. Terrell Tatum went 3 for 5 with 3 singles and drove in the game-winning run in the bottom of the 8th. Brooks Goswine got the start and was strong, throwing 6 innings, allowing just 3 hits, 2 runs, 4 walks, and 4 strikeouts. He has a 2.53 ERA on the year. The Cannonballers fell 4-1 to the Augusta Green Jackets. Shout out Nathan Strauss. Brooks Baldwin went 2 for 4 with a double. Luis Pineda and Tim Elko both also had doubles. Pineda's double also drove in Baldwin for the only Kannapolis run of the game. Shane Murphy had a strong start. 5 innings pitched, 3 hits, no runs, a walk, and 7 strikeouts for the 2022 14th round pick. That will do it for this White Sox wake-up call. Subscribe to the Sox Machine podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. Also subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/SoxMachine. If you enjoy our work and want to support, visit patreon.com/SoxMachine, as we have several different tiers of support, starting at just $2 a month for exclusive content, ad-free podcast and website, and first crack at our new swag. Enjoy your Thursday, and go White Sox!